EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. New course to most of the golfers on tour, this challenging layout just opened in 2015. Today, we're along the east coast of Maine. Rich Lerner with Frank Nobila will be calling all the action from the cliffs at Lighthouse Point.
Another great design from Brand Patel, and they really threw the boat out here. Some excellent choice of holes, and you're going to see the changes in elevation. You get this on a windy day, and of course 7,700 yards will play even longer than that. A nice calm day though, Rich, and you really can shoot a good score out here.
I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That birdie gets the player to red figures, 1 under for the tournament. Been some good golf early on. Let's get you caught up as we go out to the 7th hole. Frank, nothing spectacular to this point in the first round. What does the player need to do just to kind of generate some momentum?
I actually think they're playing all right, Rich. It's just, compared to the top of the leaderboard, you start to think, well, maybe they're struggling. But there's ebbs and flows in this game. At the moment, it's just sort of almost like a holding pattern. But it's time to change that. Rich, now's the time to knuckle down. I know things haven't gone right up to this point, but really, this is where you can still get something out of it. Just give yourself that opportunity. You're good enough.
Beauty of golf, Frank. One good strike comes off the center of the bat, one good result, and you begin to feel differently about things. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Getting set at the 8th hole. It's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Good birdie right there, moving to 3rd place on the leaderboard. We move to the 9th hole, and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard, and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs. And the designer's really thrown the boat out. Excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally, you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole. But of course, everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot. It's no snack, though.
Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Getting set now over the putt. No damage done. Made the par. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back nine. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. He has a birdie opportunity here. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Nice par to remain 3 under. That's the end of round 1, and we saw a lot of good golf out there today, Frank.
And it was a bonus to anyone that got off to a good start today.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. Frank, this game has taken us all over the world to some absolutely beautiful spots, and this is one of the prettiest I've seen in a long time, the cliffs at Lighthouse Point along the eastern coast of Maine.
Yeah, it's always fun when we head up in the northeast area. Golf's been in this area for a long, long time. This golf course hasn't. Rather than new design by Brandt and Patel, and it's lengthy, 7,700 yards. You'll get to hit just about every club in the bag, so good test today.
Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards.
Second shot.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Settles in over the putt. Good effort and good par putt. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. Straightforward pitch shot here, 35 yards. Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
Wow, I thought he made that. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in. Virtually no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
Twelfth hole now, and Frank, the long hitters could have an advantage here.
If they want to take a very dangerous line over that left side, this is really where the shot maker has the advantage, that hole bending completely to the left. You'd like to hit a draw there, so use those bunkers down the through side of the fairway and then just sort of shape that ball towards the green. Interesting shaped green, really 3 different sections to this, and of course 3 bunkers, each protecting a different portion. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Always 2 components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. He can't believe it. Thought it was in. Just a little tap in here. Frank, you know full well this can be a humbling game.
And an embarrassing game.
Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards? Par 5, it might be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. This is a good-looking shot. Played that one on the commercial side, as they say in a professional game, inside 30 feet.
Yeah, 27 feet to be precise, but to make it from there, that's asking for a bit.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Frank, we saw it all today here at the Cliffs at Lighthouse Point. We played about a 700-yard par 5 and almost 600-yard par 4. Some really demanding par 3s. This was enjoyable and challenging at the same time.
Challenging and long, 7,700 yards, but changes in elevation, the great vistas we saw. Really an enjoyable day. Golf's to be played in the elements. I certainly enjoyed calling the golf we saw today. And, well, Rich, tide's come in. Time for us to go.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. It's third round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo here today calling the action from the Cliffs at Lighthouse Point. And Frank, this course features some breathtaking scenery.
It certainly does, Rich. Changes of elevation, and it's in phenomenal shape. We've got to send our thanks out to the superintendent Peyton Duncan, who's got the course exactly primed. You should enjoy it. You should enjoy the views. Take your camera as well. This is very scenic up in New England.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Always take that. Good par putt right there. Par 4 7th, only 370 yards. Frank, decision to be made off that tee.
It is. I walked this hole, Rich, to the narrowest point of the fairway. It's 278 yards, and if you want to carry that left side, you're going to have to be strong 300 yards. So really, I don't know if drivers to play, even freewards too much. You might have to throttle back even further. So the hole might be short. You just might get a little bit of a longer second shot than what the scorecard would normally allow you.
Good looking shot right here. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
You love to watch him disappear, don't you? Well, a bit unusual. A third par 3 now on this front side. We're at the 8th. It's 165 yards, Frank.
And this par 3 looks nothing like the previous two. Heads towards the edge of the cliff there. Long green, almost a figure 8 or an hourglass shape. Bunkers left and right. Going to have to be straight here.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Has it, now sitting at 2 under par for the tournament. We move to the 9th hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs, and the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole, but of course everybody likes to chance the drive and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, paid price.
Well, bring the hammer, why don't you? Setting up an eagle opportunity. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong. Rich, it's been a very good workmanlike performance. Yet another birdie.
Into the top 15 on the leaderboard. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time that one gets him in the top 10.
Standing over the ball here at the par 5 11th. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Headed for the bunker? Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Third shot now from the bunker. Birdie try up next. And ready for the putt.
Had every chance of going in.
This from about 10 feet. They'll take it. That's a par. Day 3, and what a tournament this is shaping up to be, Frank.
Quite simply, great weather, great golf, great fans, which is the perfect mix for a golfer trying to win a tournament. The final round, if this is anything to go by, has to just be sensational.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's the final round of the Northeast Invitational. Always a pleasure to be along the coast of Maine, Lighthouse Point to be exact. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, this is sure to be another exciting day of golf out there. What are the challenges facing our players today?
The length of the golf course for a start, Rich, this golf course just under 7,700 yards. So it's one of the longest ones you'll play. And of course the cliffs, that's why it's called this, they certainly are in play. There is one double green out there, that's the 10th and the 13th hole, they share the same green. Lots of great design features, and you've got it on a prime day in great condition. So enjoy the round and make sure you feast on the vistas as well.
Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. It's good work right there. Par and inside the top 5, certainly within striking distance.
When you think from start of day 1, it's gone through a lot of players now to sniff the lead. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
About 95 yards to the hole with the wind at his back. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
And Frank, that steady play continues.
Rock solid. Excellent approach shot.
So just a formality here. did the job right there. And another fun hole here at Lighthouse Point. It's the last par 3 on the back 9 as we begin this closing stretch. 241 yards downhill, par 3 16th. What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
And that's why on this golf course, Frank, there is a premium on hitting fairways.
You're exactly right. Might be also protecting against a flight, but that did anything other than flight.
Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. Now at the 17th, and Frank, a chance to make a birdie. Who knows, with a couple of huge pokes, you could make Eagle 3. This is a pretty stout hole at a little bit more than 600 yards.
It is, especially if that breeze comes off the water into your face. But normally you protect it here because the hills on the left will block that breeze. Bunkers all the way down the right side, you can see that. But yeah, you're right, 2 big hits, and you might just reach this par 5 and 2. Birdie, perhaps even eagle on a good day.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That would be a great look at birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Oh yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
Well, at last we're at number 18, and Frank, I have really enjoyed this golf course, and now when you see the lighthouse in the distance, it really makes it that much more special.
It is. The beacon will always take you home, and speaking of home, this finishing hole, it bends to the left. A good tee shot will somehow find the fairway and just leave you a short iron in. And of course, you make 3 here, and then that smile's going to light up like a beacon. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
And he makes it for par. So that concludes the final round here at this spectacular setting. Frank, final thoughts on the tournament?
Rich, I thought this was really a fantastic venue that challenged the players, and we saw some exciting golf out there all across the board.